welcome to our Saturday afternoon sea otter feeding and training session. My name is Michelle, and I'm a volunteer here at the Monterey Bay Aquarium. And in case you wonder where this voice is coming from, I'm standing at the top of the stairs on the mezzanine, waving my microphone. So, first of all, let me thank everyone for joining us today. And second, before we get underway with the session, we do have quite a big crowd here today, which is wonderful, but I want to be sure that everyone can see as well as possible. So I'd ask everybody to look around behind you, and if you see any shorter folks, any kids, any people in wheelchairs, any shorter folks, let them make their way up to the window, up on the mezzanine or down on the first floor. And then those of you who are taller can stand in behind and look over their shoulders. So if you can just take a minute and do that shuffle for everybody's viewing pleasure, that will help.
My name is Pam, and if you can hear my voice right now, can you give me a quick thumbs up at the front window there? Fantastic! So you can see our otters are making their way into the water. We've got two in front of the trainers. This is called stationing. It's one of our basic behaviors where the otters line up there in front of their trainers, and it gives us a chance to get a good look at them while they're holding position. You can see they're getting some food as they hold position there. And now it looks like Joy's being asked to go to her station. She's kind of taking her time. And so we have Abby in the middle, and she's headed back into the water now. So we've got May over in this little pool of water. This is we call it the spas. It's a separate little area where she can climb over the rocks or go through a tunnel. Here she comes out through the tunnel. You may be able to see that as you look underwater. Okay, notice the otters each have sort of a different look. We've got Joy to your right, who's very light in the face there, and then in the middle we have Abby, the youngest. She's about 5 years old, and then May over to the left, who's being asked to follow her trainer off camera there. All right, now you can see as they're getting these food bits that they're using their paws the way you might use your hands to eat hors d'oeuvres. They're manipulating their food with their paws, and in the wild they would use their paws to actually break open the food by pounding it against a shell, pounding it against a rock on their chest or a hard shell on their chest, and then cracking it open and using their teeth to take the food out. Now here you can see Abby in the middle's got some canned food in her, well it's gone now, it was in her paws, and she ate some clam, and that was clam meat that's been removed from the shells here on exhibit. So they do get the food in the shell behind the scenes, but here on exhibit it's taken out, and you can see Abby climbing up on the rocks. Now sea otters, unlike river otters, spend most all of their time in the water. They even give birth in the water. But here on exhibit, where there are no dogs or predators, they frequently come out on the rocks, and that's true in the wild if there's a protected area, an isolated area. Now, Abby here is getting some clams handed off to her as she follows each of the cues to climb up on the rocks, go back in the water there, and then now she's back at her station. And of course, she is only about 5 years old, and otters can live 15, even 20. These are female otters, and they are known to live as long as 20 years. And so you can see that very energetic activity of Abby in the middle. She's our newest otter. Now Joy to the far right, she's being asked to swim over to the window, and this is a great behavior. It allows them to get a little extra exercise. They have to think about which window to go, which is good mental stimulation, and also make sure that they're using the entire exhibit. If we send them off from one window to the next, then they can make sure to take advantage of the entire exhibit and not just stay over in one side. Now they're also getting other food. I mentioned the clam, but they also get shrimp, as well as what you may know as calamari, which is market squid, which we do get locally here, and they get that. They can eat that easily with their paws. You might also notice as they take food, sometimes they toss it aside. So they do have food preferences, just like we do, and so they may choose their favorite food and let another food item drop to the bottom. Now at the end of the session, the otters may choose to go and find whatever got dropped to the bottom once they see there's no more food coming. Now Abby's being asked to go out and pick up those, looks like pieces of shrimp, and this is a great chance for you in the window to see how they use those paws to eat their food. Now you can see the same thing with wild otters right off our decks here. They're out there in the kelp forest and they are manipulating their food, diving down, capturing food off the bottom where the kelp is growing and the rocks and the crevices, even in the sandy areas, and then bringing it up to the surface where we can actually see what they're eating, especially if you use one of the scopes there on the deck. But you can see they're very quick. Once they have that food, they're going to swallow it very quickly. Off in the wild, you'll see birds circling the otters, hoping maybe that the otters will drop the food or they can snatch it from them. Now, right now, our trainers, as they offer each cue, they reward that behavior with the food. And once they're done with the behaviors, they'll let the otters know. And so here they're coming back to station. Now, if you're curious what variety of food sea otters eat, you can visit our touch pools. There's many different invertebrate animals, sea stars, and urchins, and abalones there, snails, crabs, all kinds of animals that make delicious food for sea otters in the wild. And so you can take a look at those animals firsthand. You can also see them in our large kelp forest exhibit. Now here with our sea otters on exhibit, you'll notice we do have fish in the exhibit, and that's because the sea otters aren't interested in eating the fish. They do eat those animals that are not bony, like the clams and the urchins and the crabs. Okay, let's see, it looks like we've got everybody at station. So what's going to happen now is I'm going to be able to come out with you and answer your questions along with Michelle, who does have a sample of fur. So if you'd like to know how to help wild otters stay healthy in the wild, please ask us those questions, and we'd love to answer them. Thank you for coming to Monterey Bay Aquarium today, and I'll see you out there in just a minute.
Carmel by the city. Oh, look at those big waves.
Crazy. Huh?
Let's go. You want to dive in? Just go in the water. I don't have a bodysuit.
Yeah, this water must be cold because it's cold out here.
Yeah. Yeah. When I'll record you.
Yeah. Only your lead, but
No, I think it's the quarter man. It's pretty big. Oh, cute dog.
One, two, three.
Big waves.
Yeah.
You can go surfing here.
Oh yeah, there.
Yeah.
Okay, one, two, three.
I think this beach might be better than Monterey's.
You mean better from where?
This beach might be better than Monterey's.
Yeah, three of us.
Yeah, starring you.
Really?
No. What?
I have right.
You want to?
Yeah, I need my guarantee. Thank you. How can I? So I need to put this.
This
How
one.
does it? Ah, okay. Ah, okay.